Welcome to Inkleaf, where growth isn't loud, it's real. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll work out. Tomorrow, I'll study seriously. Tomorrow, I'll change. But tomorrow has a strange habit of never arriving. The truth is uncomfortable. Most of us are not stuck because we lack potential. We're stuck because we're comfortable. Comfort feels safe. Scrolling feels easy. Sleeping longer feels deserved. Avoiding hard things feels harmless. Oh, but slowly that comfort becomes a cage. You don't notice it at first. You just feel slightly disappointed in yourself, then slightly frustrated, then quietly ashamed. Not because you can't improve, but because deep down, you know you're capable of more. This book begins with a hard idea. Improvement is rarely convenient. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is intentional. And here's the part nobody likes to hear. You will not always feel ready. In fact, you will almost never feel ready. Your brain is designed to conserve energy. It wants safety, predictability, and minimum effort. Growth is the opposite of that. Growth demands discomfort. So when you say, I don't feel like it, that's not a signal to stop. It's a signal that you're standing at the edge of growth. Forcing yourself doesn't mean hating yourself. It means refusing to let your lowest mood decide your future. Think about this. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your self-respect weakens a little. But every time you act despite resistance, something powerful happens. You start trusting yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. All right, let's go deeper. Here is the continuation. Steady, honest, and human. Here's where things get serious. Most people wait to feel motivated before they act, but improvement doesn't work that way. Feelings are unstable. One day you're inspired, next day, you're tired. The next, distracted. Then, doubtful. If your actions depend on mood, your progress will always be inconsistent. The book makes a strong point. You don't need motivation. You need a standard. Oh, that changes everything. A standard says, this is who I am, not this is how I feel. For example, instead of saying, I'll study when I feel focused, you say, I study for 1 hour daily, no debate. Notice the difference? When you remove negotiation, you remove weakness. The problem isn't that tasks are impossible. The problem is the 5 minutes before starting. That's where the battle happens. Your mind whispers, later, not today. You deserve a break. And honestly, sometimes it sounds reasonable, but growth rarely feels reasonable. Here's the secret the book reveals. Force the first 5 minutes. Not the whole workout, not the whole chapter, just 5 minutes. Because action creates emotion, not the other way around. Once you begin, resistance weakens. Momentum builds. Confidence grows quietly. And something powerful happens when you repeatedly act against resistance. You become mentally tougher. You stop being controlled by comfort. You stop being controlled by excuses. You start being controlled by choice. And choice is power. Improvement becomes real when it changes how you see yourself. Not your goals, not your plans, your identity. Most people say, I want to be disciplined, but they live like someone who tries to be disciplined. The book explains a deeper shift. Stop asking, what should I do? Start asking, Who do I choose to be today? Because actions don't just create results, they create self-image. Every small promise you keep tells your brain, I am someone who follows through. And every excuse tells it the opposite. This is why small habits matter more than big intentions. Waking up when the alarm rings, finishing a task even when bored, showing up when no one is watching. These moments look ordinary, but they quietly build self-respect. And self-respect is stronger than motivation. The book talks about daily standards, not extreme rules, just non-negotiables. You don't need to do everything, you just need to do your minimum every day. Because consistency changes identity. After a while, forcing yourself doesn't feel like force anymore. It feels natural. You don't debate, you don't complain as much, you just act. And that's when growth accelerates. Growth is quiet, but its effects are loud. Every day you force yourself to improve, even a little, you're building something invisible. Not just skills, not just achievements, you're building trust in yourself. And here's the part people often miss. Long-term growth isn't exciting. It's boring, repetitive, slow. You might not notice the change day to day, but months later, it's undeniable. Small wins stack up. Habits compound. Identity shifts. You begin living as the person who doesn't quit, the person who shows up, the person who respects themselves enough to act even when it's hard. The book reminds us that forcing yourself is not about punishment, it's about freedom. Freedom from excuses, freedom from moods, freedom from the endless debate in your head about whether to start. Because every time you choose action over comfort, you're proving something powerful. You are stronger than your hesitation. You are capable even when you don't feel ready. You are building a life you can trust yourself to live. And the real beauty? This strength is contagious, quietly, without show. It spreads into your decisions, your relationships, your work, and slowly reshapes everything. If this story inspired you even a little, take a moment, breathe, and commit to one small action today. And if you want more reflections like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to Inkleaf, where growth is quiet, consistent, and deeply human. Because forcing yourself today creates freedom tomorrow.